Imagine Bitcoin, but 100 times faster with instant confirmations, proof-of-work security, and the potential to climb into the top 5 cryptos for the next decade. That's Kaspa, and right now, analysts are calling it mathematically inevitable. What's up, crypto family? Welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily, your go-to spot for the hottest updates, deep dives, and market insights that cut through the noise. Today we've got a massive lineup. Why some are calling Kaspa the next evolution of Bitcoin, the underdog narrative that could make KAS roar this cycle, derivatives data showing relentless bullish conviction, and how Kaspa could realistically fight for a top 5 crypto spot for the next 10 years. Yeah, this episode is stacked, so stick around because by the end of this video you'll not only understand why Kaspa is catching fire, but also why some analysts are saying this could be a $1 to $5 coin this cycle. But before we jump in, smash that like button if you're bullish on Kaspa, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you never miss your daily dose of crypto gold. Alright, let's dig in. First up, Inevitability, a well-known Kaspa voice, dropped what might be the boldest take yet. Kaspa isn't a maybe, it's mathematically inevitable. 10 blocks per second, instant confirmations, proof-of-work security, a roadmap for decades, not hype, not promises, just unstoppable tech. Kaspa is built on BlockDAG. That's a directed acyclic graph structure that allows for multiple blocks to be added simultaneously. Why does that matter? Because unlike Bitcoin's single-chain structure, where blocks stack one by one, Kaspa can confirm 10 blocks per second right now, and potentially scale to hundreds or even thousands per second in the future. That means faster transactions, cheaper confirmations, and no waiting around for blocks to settle. Combine that with proof-of-work security, the same model that's kept Bitcoin running strong for 15 years, and you've got something extremely powerful. This isn't a hype-driven promise. The tech is already live and running with a roadmap that stretches decades. This is the kind of foundation that investors dream of. While other chains are still debating how to scale, Kaspa is already delivering on-chain speed with Bitcoin-level security. That's why some are calling it mathematically inevitable. Speaking of inevitability, another perspective is gaining traction. Christie6110267749 argues Kaspa doesn't even need smart contracts this cycle to explode, because at its core it's basically Bitcoin 2.0, but at internet speed. This is a big statement, saying Kaspa could hit $1 to $5 without relying on smart contracts or DeFi ecosystems. The logic is this. Bitcoin proved that decentralized peer-to-peer cash works, but it's slow and can't handle high throughput. Kaspa takes that same vision and upgrades it with internet-level speed, flexibility to handle network chaos, and the same decentralized proof-of-work backbone. So while other projects fight for TVL, total value locked, or battle over smart contract dominance, Kaspa positions itself as a pure money layer, like Bitcoin, but faster, lighter, and more adaptive. This narrative is massive. If the market starts valuing Kaspa not against altcoin smart contract platforms, but as a serious competitor to Bitcoin itself, the upside is enormous. Imagine valuing Bitcoin today if it had internet speed transactions. That's the lens people are starting to use for KAS. Now let's shift from fundamentals to the bigger picture narrative. Altcoinpediacs, called Kaspa the ultimate underdog, one that's been quietly building while others chase hype. Kaspa, the underdog with a BlockDAG backbone, smart contracts coming, Grayscale knocking, and a community that's all in. Not a meme coin, conviction wrapped in code. When the narrative flips, KAS won't whisper, it'll roar. This is where the narrative starts catching fire. Kaspa has been quietly building with little hype compared to the big names, but now people are taking notice. Smart contracts are on the horizon, which could expand Kaspa's utility. There's speculation about institutional interest, with even whispers of Grayscale watching closely, and most importantly, the community is strong. In crypto, narrative drives adoption. Look at Solana, look at Dogecoin, look at Ethereum back in 2017. Once the market narrative flips, coins don't just rise, they explode. Kaspa is exactly the kind of underdog story the crypto market loves. It's not a meme, it's hard tech with conviction behind it. And when that shift in perception happens, as Altcoinpedia put it, it won't be a whisper. It'll be a roar heard across the market. All right, from narrative to numbers. Kaspa Daily Kaspa, highlighted something in the derivatives market that traders should pay attention to, and it's very bullish. Kaspa OI weighted funding rates are positive for over 2 months. Longs paying shorts to stay in positions. Resilient conviction despite volatility. This is some next-level insight. Open interest OI weighted funding rates show the cost of holding long versus short positions in derivatives. For over 2 months now, Kaspa's funding rates have been consistently positive. That means traders are so confident in going long that they're willing to pay a premium to shorts just to keep their positions open. Normally, sustained positive funding can sometimes be a warning. It can mean longs are overcrowded. But in Kaspa's case, the fact that we haven't seen major long liquidations suggests this is steady demand, not overheated speculation. This is one of the most bullish on-chain signals you can get. It tells us that traders believe in Kaspa long-term, even when the spot price goes sideways. The conviction is real. Now, for those of you watching the charts closely, eQuantum Ascend laid out some key technical levels that could shape Kaspa's short-term moves. Key support at 0.082, downside likely not complete yet. Looking for 0.77 before a bounce. Let's balance things with a little technical analysis. Quantum Ascend points out that Kaspa is testing support around 0.082 with a possible dip to 0.077 before bouncing. This is normal market behavior. Even in strong uptrends, price action corrects, retests support, and consolidates before moving higher. For traders, this is a chance to plan entries. For long-term holders, dips like this are often just noise in the bigger picture. I actually love seeing this. Healthy corrections shake out weak hands and give strong conviction buyers opportunities to stack more. If Kaspa does touch 0.077 and bounces, that could set up the next big leg upward. And finally, let's zoom all the way out. Alex Crypto Dubai dropped one of the boldest calls yet. Kaspa climbing into the top 5 cryptos and holding that spot for the next decade. Most of the top 20 are BS. Kaspa can hit top 20, top 10, and stay in the top 5 for 10, 15 plus years. Smart money plays the long game. This is the macro view. Alex is saying bluntly, most of the current top 20 cryptos won't survive the next decade. Kaspa, on the other hand, has the fundamentals, the speed, the decentralization, and the community to not just enter the top 20 or top 10, but to stay in the top 5 for the long haul. Think about that. If Kaspa joins the ranks of Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe one or two others as the true long-term survivors, that's generational upside. I couldn't agree more. Smart money looks for projects that can weather cycles and stand the test of time. Kaspa fits that mold better than most. If you're thinking 10, 15 years out, Kaspa looks like one of the strongest bets in crypto right now. So let's recap today's Gold Rush Crypto Daily. Kaspa isn't just hype. The tech is already live, fast, and secure. Analysts are calling it a Bitcoin redo with internet speed. The underdog narrative is building, and when it flips, Kaspa will roar. Derivatives markets show persistent bullish conviction. Short-term price action might retest support, but that's just part of the climb. And long-term? Kaspa could hold a top 5 spot for decades. Overall, the sentiment is clear. Kaspa is one of the most exciting plays in this entire market right now. What do you think? Is Kaspa the most underrated project in crypto today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you found this analysis helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to Gold Rush Crypto Daily, and hit the bell for daily updates. And remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Until tomorrow, stay bullish, stay sharp, and as always, keep chasing that crypto gold. Peace out, fam.